Hi, this is Amy Lewis. I'm here at the Italian VMUG with Pietro, one of the leaders here for the Italian VMUG. And we were just saying that this is obviously a great place to stay up to date on your knowledge. As a Tech Field Day delegate, as just a lifelong technologist and curious person, what are some of the things you are researching? What has sparked your interest in our industry these days?
Oh, well, I think I was first involved with technology around 2002, and I started becoming more a professional rather than a hobbyist at the time. One of the first things I put my hands on was networking. So I started studying to get Cisco certification, which in 2002 was quite,
It's still challenging now, but yeah, that was absolutely a challenging course of study.
Yeah, it is. And after that, I started playing with other kind of technology. So I moved to Windows, and then I got the opportunity to start with working with VMware in 2006, and so on. So it's been constantly evolving. You cannot just stop and rest on your laurels, so to speak, technologically speaking. So
I'd like to reference Ray O'Farrell made in the keynote today, and he said the Duomo was engineered for hundreds of years. In some ways, what we do is engineered to be a path of constant learning.
Yeah, so in my case, I'm really feeling the need to resync with the current pace of technology. And as many other people, especially seasoned people like myself, I'm not a teenager anymore, unfortunately.
Vintage. We like to say vintage.
Experience. I can see that the pace of change, of evolution, has increased a lot lately, and it's really difficult to stay up to date. So I'm trying to make an effort to, I have a battle plan for every year. So I put some bullet points there, and I try to do as much as I can. So, for example,
well, talk to us about that. Like, what is that? Is that a Google Sheet? How do you make a plan? Like in January? Tell us your process.
Yeah, in my home office, I have this piece of paper with I draw some bullet points. That was supposed to happen everything in 2018, but I kind of stretched it, but it's happening. So, for example, last year I spent most of the time certifying myself on AWS. I got 3 certifications. Never touched that before, and it was really eye-opening. Now, so the plan for this year is, for example, to learn about cloud-native applications. So I'm refreshing my Linux skills because those have been a bit dusted. And then I'm learning containers and Kubernetes. I'm gonna be training Kubernetes very soon. So I think that's the main personal objective for this year, and a little bit of coding because I don't have coding skills because I never attended a computer science course at university. I'm a materials engineer, so nothing to do.
But I love that because you're talking about, again, lifelong learning, and not in a scary, I have to learn everything yesterday, right? But I can build toward a long-term goal slowly and steadily.
It becomes harder with age, but it's also good because it keeps your brain working. And besides that, I try to keep open eyes on all the trends in the industry. So not just cloud native, but also infrastructure in general. So I've been lucky to be inducted into this exclusive club, which is the Tech Field Day community. So that has been really a game changer for me because I had the opportunity to, attend a lot of presentation with the real geniuses in the industry, and I hope I will have the opportunity to continue doing that in the future. So
I love that idea too of it having a multiplying effect. So as you did this course of study and learn and added to, then these other things kind of came to you as opportunities. Because there is so much going on, what are some of the other tools that you use to stay informed? Do you read blogs? Are there certain podcasts you listen to? Because I think all of us suffer a little bit from information overload. How do you parse that and make some of those good choices?
Yeah, it's not easy. There is a lot. Most of the stuff I check, it's kind of spot on demand. I need to check this thing, so I do my research, and you end up, watching videos online, blogs from the user suspects, and not only the user suspect, and podcasts. For example, a routine I have a 20 minutes drive back and forth from work, and that's you can split a podcast into halves, going to work and coming back from work. So for example, one of the I listen often are speaking podcast from our friend Pete. Hi, Pete. Which one? And the podcast, the data notes with Chris Hall, which is great. And I like a lot the one from Scott Lowe that's exactly about this. It's inspirational. And it's a podcast about, it's the full stack engineer podcast from Scott Lowe. And it's inspirational because it really gives me motivation to learn this new technology. And he really understands the challenge because he's gone through this very, very same process and he succeeded. So I don't expect to get there, but at least to be able to get closer.
Well, I love this because you have both the study and then as a practitioner putting it into a practice. What are some of the other ways that you underline your learning and make sure you've got this?
You see, the community is a key enabler. And I think I wouldn't be here as prominent member is maybe too much, but as a acknowledged person in the virtual community and as a practitioner without the motivation that being engaged as part of a global community gives you. So for me, the key is that being part of this community allows me to outreach and have direct access to professionals that that are the industry leaders and set the path for what's ahead, and this is great. So I'm thankful, and I would suggest to anybody to give up their shyness. Believe it or not, I'm a very shy person.
Me too. Nobody believes it.
I'm just a fake extrovert. I pretend to be an extrovert, and reach out. You can start by just approaching your local community wherever you are. And get involved slowly, and it has a very beneficial effect on your our character and on your social network and on your technical knowledge. So don't be shy, just do it.
And career, right? It's
career. Well, yes.
So I'm asking today because I'm in a constant learning mode myself. If I could learn one word in Italian today, what is the most important Italian word I can learn?
For this topic.
Oh, for anything. You can choose.
Specific topic. Studia. Study.
Oh, I love it. Studio.
You study.
Oh, studia. All right. Okay, I like it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Until next time, thank you so much for joining us.